It's simple. If you wanna buy some stuff in the game, you will need a lot of gold. And the best way how to get some is one of the gold farms. I won't show you any specific one, since there are a lot of farm guides out there, even on my channel. Instead, I will make sure that you will do all of them with maximum efficiency, because as a new player, your profit might not be anywhere near the estimated amount, and you have no idea why. The first thing what you should focus on are masteries. You don't need all of them, but you should max out the packed commander line for auto loot. You have no idea how much stuff you miss without it, not mention the quality of life upgrade. Make sure you enable auto loot in the general settings as well, once you unlock the mastery, otherwise it won't work. Get gliding at least at rank 2. If you plan to farm in the Heart of Thorns maps, max it out, and try new hog wallows and bouncing mushrooms as well. And finally, unlock mounts. For most farms, Raptor and Springer will be enough. However, some, like Drizzlewood Coast, pretty much requires Griffin or Skyscale, or rather both if you wanna keep up with others. I have mount unlocking guides on my channel, so don't forget to check them out. Now let's talk about builds. Damage is not important while farming in the open world. Don't let others tell you otherwise. If 40 people hit a mob, it dies instantly even if everyone is naked, and you will still do enough damage to get all the XP and loot. Tagging enemies and not running for your life all the time is what matters the most. It gives more loot, event participation and experience. So it's obvious that you will need some kind of defensive gear. The best starting point is Soldier, aka power, toughness and vitality stats. It's cheap and new players even get a full set of exotic soldier gear for free from the level 80 booster, so it can't be easier. For starters, you can try one of the open world Zerg builds from Meta Battle and get the proper gear for them down the line. A link is down below. The often neglected yet very important part of farming are experience points. Yes, even if you have a max level with all masteries. XP still gives level ups. From level ups come spirit shards, and those can be converted into the gold. That's the reason why it's so important to tag all the enemies instead of focusing on damage. Even one hit that dealt only 1 damage grants full experience. Therefore, you should always stack as many XP buffs as you can. Begin with the food and utility consumables. They are cheap on the trading post and each gives up to 15%. Get some Ascended Amulet. You can craft the Vial of Salt for 15 gold if you don't have any other option. And then put into it the experience enrichment infusion from the Laurel vendor, that's another 20%. Join a guild and from the guild hall pick a permanent 10% experience boost. Pick 10% from experience or hero banner, if you see one. You can find them quite often in cities next to the home instance, at the first waypoint in Queensdale or in the Eternal Battlegrounds garrison. During Halloween and sometimes during the year is in the gem store the Candy Corn Gobbler. It consumes cheap candy corns and grants random buffs, including the same one as an otherwise very expensive yellow experience booster that can give you up to 150% extra XP if you keep killing enemies. On top of that, there are also Snowflake and Zytafi Gobblers during Winter's Day and Dragon Bash Festival. They both give the same 25% XP buff. And finally, you can use various fireworks, they give 5%. Also, most of the Living World currency vendors sell a permanent 30% XP boost for a map they are in. There are other XP boosts, but not easily accessible for new players. However, if you have a chance to pick one, do so. Maxing out profit is not just about efficient farming. You have to correctly process all the loot. When you are selling on the trading post, never sell instantly. List it and wait. Always check if someone doesn't try to undercut the price. Here you can see a healthy price drop. If it's like this, put it on the lowest price, do not create a new one. However, if you see an artificial jump in the price like this, put it on the last stable price below it. When it comes to selling various materials, there is usually a way how to craft them into something else that can be sold for a bit more profit. However, when you account for the time it takes with all the price research, it's usually more efficient to continue farming and sell the basic mats instead. Now the salvage. Always open all the bags. Especially be careful with unidentified gear, since it can be salvaged directly by mistake. You don't want that. First, check the current price of the globe of ectoplasm and sell all rare and exotic weapons, armor and trinkets you have with a price higher than that. The rest salvage with the Master or Mystic Salvage Kit. If are exotics worth more than 5 gold, check the price of the rune, sigil or gem inside, and if it's more than the item itself, use the Black Lion Salvage Kit if you have one. All white, blue and green armor, weapons and trinkets salvage with the basic kit. All salvageable items that are not weapons, armor or trinkets salvage with the basic kit as well. The remaining items sell on the trading post. Except for grey junk items, those sell to the vendor. Now the important currencies. The most profitable are spirit shards. There are many ways how to convert them and the profit often changes, so you should always check the best one before you do it. I would advise against making weapons. Instead, use one of the material conversions. Otherwise, it may take ages to sell it. Converting karma is a large topic. Fortunately, I already have a dedicated guide for that. A link is down below. All the living world currencies you get can be consumed and thus converted into the either unbound or volatile magic. With unbound, buy magic wrap bundles in the Ember Bay, and with volatile, trophy shipments in any Season 4 map. That's all I had for today, so if you enjoyed, don't forget to subscribe or leave a comment and stay tuned for next time.